Hi, I'm Kelly Dudzik. This week on News to Celebrate, we've got plenty to cheer about. The Buffalo Sabres are gearing up to host the 2026 NHL Draft. We'll take a trip down memory lane to explore Western New York steel history, and the Coast Guard is making waves with a brand new facility in Buffalo. Fun, history, and hometown pride. It's all coming up on News to Celebrate.
It's an exciting time to be a Buffalo sports fan, and that excitement will continue into the summer as the Buffalo Sabres just announced that they'll be hosting the 2026 NHL Draft, and fans say they can't wait to be here.
It's wonderful to have the draft here. I mean, you get the best of the NHL players sitting here getting excited to either get drafted or not get drafted. Some sadness, some good, but it's really fun to have it in Buffalo. And they have a lot of things around the draft that makes it fun.
I think it will be fun. I would love to go. If we keep doing as good as we're doing, I think I'd love to go to it.
We need more things, more events besides the Combine back in Buffalo. I'm very happy for that.
Yeah, we were there in 2016.
We were
2016, we were there.
Buffalo has hosted the NHL Draft 4 times. Most recently 10 years ago. One spokesperson for Visit Buffalo says the draft will serve as a boost to downtown businesses.
Over $2.6 million in economic impact over the course of the days of the teams, the NHL staff, as well as the draftees and their families.
The NHL Draft is scheduled to be here June 26th and 27th here at the KeyBank Center. On your side in Buffalo, Chelsea Swift, Channel 2 News.
The Sabres honored the 20th anniversary of the 2005-2006 team that made it to within one game of the Stanley Cup. Many of the players from that unforgettable team met for a reunion tonight with a celebration on the KeyBank Center ice. Then during the game, it was announced that 2 players from that team, Jason Pominville and Thomas Vanek, will be inducted into the Buffalo Sabres Hall of Fame. They both took time to reflect on their favorite moments playing here in Buffalo.
Individually, it's hard not to beat my goal in Game 5, but as a team, it's Danny B's Game 6 overtime goal here. I've never seen a building that loud. I mean, walls were shaking, and it's something I'll remember forever.
I mean, at my first NHL game, this building was half full, and I didn't know what to expect. And then all of a sudden, it was win and win and win, and the team started to perform. And all of a sudden, the second half, or earlier than that, the building started to fill. And then first playoff game, just pulling in and seeing all the people around the parking lot and the plaza, I was like, all right, this town is, we've heard of it. This is something special.
There you go. Pominville and Vanek will become the 45th and 46th members of the Sabres Hall of Fame.
That was one heck of a team there. And of course, you got Ryan Miller right there on the right.
Absolutely.
Millsy, as they called him, right? Vansy, Pomsy. All those nicknames, all the hockey players.
Not good nicknames, but they were great players.
Yeah, they were
a great
team.
It was a great era. Yeah.
We had fun following them.
Yeah,
it was great.
We're yearning for that, and it looks like this team is suddenly on a roll and doing great things, and hopefully that'll continue.
Yeah, Sabres fans got a chance to meet some very familiar faces today at a special alumni meet and greet at Tops Friendly Markets in Hamburg. Former Sabres Les Kodalik, Jason Pominville, and Taylor Pyatt all signed autographs and took pictures with fans. Organizers say that the big turnout, despite the snow, shows how much the Sabres mean to Buffalo.
The Sabres are doing really, really well. 12 of the last 14, so the on ice is doing really well there. To have these guys is really important because they are the fabric of what was really a really good team. So we're excited.
It's pretty crazy with the snowstorm, with the weather and the drive that isn't probably the safest. To see this many people here is pretty surreal. It shows that we had an impact on them, and they remember they remember that team pretty well. So it's been awesome.
Oh, yeah, we remember that team real well. The event celebrated the 20th anniversary of the team's 2005 and 06 season.
Come on. Oh, Scott and Mary Alice. One last time here at Highmark Stadium where everything must go.
So I look at the Highmark demolition it's more about the Highmark collection.
And Brandon Steiner believes there's something here for everyone.
I remember this whole stadium that I've walked through 4 times.
Yet every time he comes back,
I love that poster.
he spots something else.
Like one of those lights, you don't realize here how big that is. But if it was in your living room, it would be a great conversation piece. Right. And we're going to figure out how to get up there.
The Bills partnered with Steiner and his company Collectible Exchange due in part to his experience.
Nobody's going to do it, and no one's going to do it as well as me.
And his passion.
Moments that matter, I call it, is how I built Steiner.
And though he's done this type of work before, he'll tell you.
There's never been one with this fanatical, passionate as the Bills fan base has showed me already, with incredible numbers and incredible orders.
Sections of turf and goalposts, signs and seats are the obvious high-demand souvenirs, although not as easy to extract as one might think.
I'll show you here a little bit. These seats have no legs and they're in the concrete. You got to pull these seats out of the concrete, and then as you're pulling these things out, we have to fabricate legs for these so they can go into your home.
Yeah. Which brings us to, believe it or not, one of the most sought-after items of all.
There's been a run on the troughs and the urinals. It wasn't a high priority to me, I'm not going to lie, but it's now a high priority because the phone's ringing off the hook on those.
Wow.
It'll take into next summer to get everything out of here, and each item will be authenticated.
It's one big home for a lot of people.
Sure was.
Yeah. So it's about coming up with a full collection, giving this stadium its respect and what it's due.
So will the new place across the street be ready in time for next season? Well, based on what you just heard and what's going on here, it better be. On your side in Orchard Park, Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.
Well, the baggage claim seems quiet now, but I can tell you Bills Mafia rolling through here and their spirit is high. I mean, fans just can't help but smile and still be excited about Sunday's win against the Jaguars. So the Bills will head to Denver in just a couple of days and stay in the playoffs. Some fans flying in late last night. Others have been flying in this morning and afternoon from Jacksonville. We were there when a local fan group's charter flight landed. They were wearing their Bills gear loud and proud. And even at one point, Mr. Brightside was playing. We asked fans what the experience was like.
Amazing. We had a lot of Bills fans, but the Jacksonville fans were just as friendly and welcoming.
It is real. You can feel the passion when you're going. It's like when you went to Highmark Stadium, the Ralph, for years, you can feel that energy all day, just the build-up, and you feel that on the road.
One game at a time. We did it. We beat them. Now we have to concentrate on the Broncos.
I mean, you heard it right there. The next step, off to Denver to face the Broncos. Some fans saying they already have their plans to go. They will definitely not miss that. Other fans just trying to figure out their travel plans. On your side at Buffalo Niagara International Airport, Courtney Courtwright, Channel 2 News.
Some of the youngest members of Bills Mafia were also cheering on the team during this weekend's playoff game. Ahead of the game, Billy Buffalo stopped by the Charlotte Avenue Elementary School in Hamburg with rally towels, sunglasses, and snacks from Wegmans. Organizers say a student there actually won this in a mini Mafia contest, which brought the pep rally right to their school.
So she knows there's an assembly, but she does not know that she won, so it's going to be a big surprise. She doesn't know why I didn't go to work this morning, so I told her I had an appointment at 10, so she doesn't know we're here, and she's just going to be beside herself. So we are so thankful for this community, for this school, and, you know, go Bills.
And students were also treated to some music you can see from DJ Milk and DJ Yes. And Sunday night wasn't just a big night for Josh Allen. Hours after his big win on the field in Jacksonville, his wife, Haley Steinfeld, hit the red carpet in LA for the Golden Globe Awards. She starred in the movie Sinners, and that was one of the most nominated movies of the evening. It brought home 2 awards, and she was also on stage as a presenter. But this was what everyone was talking about. Haley showed off her baby bump in her beautiful pink gown just about a month after announcing that her and Josh are expecting their first child. Now, some people are speculating that the pink gown could mean that they are having a baby girl, but nothing has been confirmed by the couple.
What America was made of, what Western New York was made of, just an outstanding testament to our proud industrial heritage. This is Don Williams, President, Steel Plant Museum. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Kevin.
What are we honoring here?
Well, we're honoring here, the museum is honoring, as you mentioned, the industrial history of Western New York, primarily the steel industry, because that's what our museum here is all about.
Pete Gallivan has a story. I have a story about my grandpa coming over right off the boat, coming to America, working in the steel plant. You got a lot of stories like that.
We have a lot of stories like that. It's hard to know where to start. But a lot of relatives. It was a family-oriented plant at Lackawanna Bethlehem Steel and Republic Steel. We can't forget Republic Steel. They were another serious producer of steel here in Buffalo.
Tens of thousands of Western New Yorkers?
Tens of thousands between those two, probably close to 35,000.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
What's here? Let's play show and tell with some of the items. What is this large item here?
Okay, that is a window that came from what we used to call the old main office building at one gate at the north end of the plant. That was originally built by Lackawanna Steel in 1901 and served as the headquarters of the local plant until 2013, until sometime in the late 1980s, when all the staff and all the operations were moved to the south end of the plant to what's known as the Gateway Trade Center.
I did not know that we were making steel back in 1903.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So are you looking for items?
We're still looking for artifacts. We have to be kind of choosy about the artifacts that we take, but if our viewers have artifacts,
sure,
get a hold of us, tell us what you have, send us photos if you have any, and we'll help make a decision on what you would like to do with the artifacts.
It is free to visit. What are the days?
The days here are Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Saturday from 10 a.m. till about 3, depending on the visitor count.
SteelPlantMuseumWNY.org is the website. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for preserving this. A lot of families with roots in the steel plants in Western New York. We're on Lee Street in the Valley in Buffalo. On your side in Buffalo, I'm Kevin O'Neill, Channel 2 News.
Cut the ribbon today on a new building for the Buffalo Station and the Aids to Navigation team, which actually maintains buoys for boats and ships in Lakes Erie and Ontario. The Great Lakes District, including Buffalo, is one of the busiest in the country for search and rescue in the summertime. Officials say this new facility will help make missions safer, more efficient, and ensure service members have up-to-date training on modern technology.
So right now we're standing in our 2-bay facility. It's designed to house our boats for the wintertime and to do maintenance on them. If you look around, there's so many thought processes where there's a gantry crane and every power tool that you can imagine now, which really enables us to keep our assets at the highest level to perform and maintain the operations.
This project replaces facilities dating all the way back to the 1970s.
And the Buffalo and Erie County Botanical Gardens has announced a new wedding and event venue called The Canopy. It will feature extra tall ceilings, wall-to-wall windows, and views of nearby treetops. The nature-inspired setting can host more than 250 guests. Officials say it's part of a major expansion and renovation project at the gardens.
Because the space is on behind the conservatory, it's embracing the park a little bit more. So when you're in the event space up on that second floor, you're overlooking the entire park and South Park Lake. So as the sun sets on the west side, that warm afternoon sun is going to come into your wedding space and just sparkle.
The space is available for booking now and is expected to open in early 2027.
Shays Performing Arts Center is getting ready to celebrate a major milestone. This week marks 100 years since the theater opened up in downtown Buffalo. And to commemorate the anniversary, the theater is going to be holding a special celebration on Friday featuring live performances and a champagne toast to the future.
We have big plans, ambitious plans to do an addition to this building, which will make the patron experience that much better. More restrooms, elevators, accessibility and expansion, so we can do more things on more days in more ways.
Well, Shays is also partnering with 42 North on a new Wonder Beer to commemorate the occasion. The beer pays homage to the founder of Shays and is going to be available at the theater along with local bars, restaurants, and local grocery stores.
This is back in the day, John.
That's back in the day, yeah.
Was this one of the first years?
Yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh, it was the first year.
Yeah.
And and you had over the year. You've had so many guitars. We don't exactly know where the Do the Reich one is at this point.
No, I wish I did.
Do the
I
Reich
really
thing.
do. Yeah.
Where do you get your guitars from, and who paints them?
So Springville Music gives me a ton of them. He's just Todd's a great guy down there, and he gives me all of his leftovers and kicked out ones, and I glue them back together and give them to about 8 different artists, and I'm really lucky through the season. I get some beautiful works of art now.
Do you have a special one for the last game?
I do.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, there it is.
Look at that. Wonderful. Well, what were your emotions of the last game? Did it kind of hit you then?
It did, really, yeah. You're looking around, and I remember where my father and I sat in 1973 for a game, and it's just, it was strange to think I wouldn't be coming back to my spot in 126. It really was weird.
Football is a family. I like the Marv Levy sweater, and you even a matching sweater on the dog, too.
Yeah, Lucy's got the same sweater.
All right, so now how are you feeling about tomorrow?
I feel really good about it. We match up well against Denver. We should stomp them.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Moving forward now, you through your Bills Elvis persona, you have raised, in addition, of course, because of the generosity of Bills fans, thousands of dollars for charity.
Yeah. It's I've been really blessed. I have a really good people that help me out, and I've been able to raise a lot.
And your tailgate party is the few thousand going to a local charity.
Yeah. So I did. Let's see. This year we did a big tailgate party. It was our 5th annual in Lockport, and it was great. We had Main Street closed down, bands at each end, sold T-shirts and stuff. It really worked out well. Raised $10,000 for the Challenger group, which is a special needs group here in Lockport, and I just gave a check for $5,000 to Camp Happiness up here.
What does that say about Bills fans?
Well, as crazy as we are, like I tell anybody, we are the craziest. There's no doubt about it. Table jumping, we're out in all kinds of weather, tailgating for 2 days, but we are hands down the most generous. We are just the most generous fan base that ever existed.
You're going to be in the new place?
Oh, yeah, front row, right at the tunnel where the Bills run in and out of. My wife and daughter and I will be there.
Hey!
Yeah.
Lovely wife, Therese, and lovely daughter, Abby, as well, Buffalo Bills Bay. Anyway, so go Bills. Yeah, we're looking forward to it on your side in Lockport with Bills Elvis. I'm Kevin O'Neill, Channel 2 News.
Bills Hall of Fame quarterback Jim Kelly has played in that altitude many times, but here at home, his foundation gave out almost 50 grants worth $250,000 this afternoon.
It puts smiles on my face, let alone all the people that are receiving grants, because I know what it means to help children. I'm just blessed that I'm still able to be here in Buffalo, and like I said before, celebrating going on our 39th year of, hopefully helping a lot of kids out there in Western New York.
Kelly for Kids is celebrating, as you just heard, its 38th anniversary this year and has given out more than $5 million to local charities specializing in helping the children of Western New York. We're back now in Buffalo Nightly News, and in Cheektowaga, a food pantry is getting a makeover. Resurrection Life Food Pantry on Old Union Road just finished a major expansion to help more families. The pantry serves families across the region with a focus on Cheektowaga and homeless veterans.
Over the past 2 years, we have been doing an expansion project, and in December we finished that expansion project. We are now 11,200 square feet, but when we built a double drive-through to allow 4 cars to pull into our drive-through. We completed our Healthy Choice Market where clients can shop for their own foods. We dropped in a 22 by 35 foot walk-in freezer fridge, and we expanded our warehouse space, so from 5,000 square feet to about 11,200 square feet now.
Wow, leaders say higher prices for food, rent, and utilities are pushing more people to ask for help, and this new space will let them serve even more neighbors.
The civil rights pioneer was born in Atlanta, Georgia on this day in 1929. He would go on to become one of the most important figures in American history, paving the way for the end of segregation. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated on a hotel balcony in Memphis, Tennessee on April 4th, 1968. And while today, January 15th, is his actual birthday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day is observed each year on the third Monday of January, and that is coming up next week.
Well, groups across Buffalo are getting ready now to celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day by serving the community. A number of organizations are teaming up for the annual MLK Day of Service, honoring Dr. King's commitment to strengthening communities. You're looking at photos from days of service in past years. This time, there will be 31 project sites at mostly churches and nonprofits on the east side. Many of the projects will be seemingly small tasks like painting and cleaning, but organizers who joined Channel 2's Daybreak this morning say no task is too small.
Because we do those jobs that most people, the grunt work, if you will, or the jobs that you're just trying to get around on the honey-do list, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if we do those jobs, it makes an incredible difference for our churches and our nonprofits. So they love it so much they come back. Like Dr. King said, everybody can be great because everybody can serve. And if we serve from love, there you have it.
Amen. More than 350 volunteers have already signed up, and it is not too late for you to do so as well. You can learn more on the East Side Stewards website. And you know, Claudine, we could use Martin Luther King Jr. in today's society.
You got that right.
He is missed, that is for sure.
That's a wrap for this week on News to Celebrate. See you next week for more reasons to celebrate.